Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a DIY Dollar Tree Farmhouse Burlap Ruffle Valentine's Day heart. And we're going to use another one of these. This is a hearts from the Dollar Tree. You get 3 for $1. Then we're going to use some wire edge burlap ribbon. Your choice. Dollar Tree has plenty of varieties. I'm going to use a tiny bit of jute cord just to hang it. If you can use other options if you want to. And then we're going to use a tiny bit of hot glue in the beginning and the end. And of course, you're going to need your scissor for a second. And I'll show you that's for the embellishments really. So I can't even begin to tell you how easy this is. This is filmed in real time, and to show you that the whole project is less than, well, I think it's 16 minutes was start to finish. But the first thing you want to do is you want to disconnect the hearts. There's kind of like these little rings that almost remind me of jump rings, and they're connecting all the hearts together. And then once you do that, you find the end of your garland. Oh, this one's the top, so you're going to cut the ribbon off, unless you want to use the ribbon to hang it with. Now again, I wanted to make this natural, neutral colored. For a lot of people are doing a neutral Valentine's Day this year, but this ribbon at Dollar Tree comes in pink, which would be super, super cute. And actually, if I can find more of these hearts, I'm probably going to go ahead and do a pink one. So when you take this garland off, you want to just pay attention a little bit how it's woven on there, because that's pretty much how we're just going to weave the ribbon on. We did a very similar one at Christmas time where we redid the green tree. We're going to kind of follow the same technique here as well. The difference is this is, what do I say? This is little areas, as opposed to the tree was the whole tree back and forth. So this is just little areas, and sometimes really, really little areas. But if we're going to go ahead and use this technique, then it's going to make this really, really cute ruffle with this ribbon, which is why I really love it. I wanted to share this guy with you guys. So once you have it all off, as you guys know, I don't throw out anything that I can use for a future project, or I can give away to someone else who can use it for one of their projects. So after I'm done taking the garland down, I go ahead and I wrap it around my hand and twist it up and just save it for another day, for another project, or for another friend. Anybody who could use it. Now, red glitter, this would be really cute added to some Americana decor, or obviously at Christmas time. This would be really cute as well. All right? Or some other project for Valentine's Day. Okay? This little skinny garland is really cute on a forever tree. Just FYI, in case anybody's ever interested in doing one. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, hi, my name's Jeri-Ann. But a forever tree is basically like I have a 4-foot tree in my dining room that I decorate for each holiday. And I don't ever put it away. That's what it's up forever. So that's what I named it. It works for all holidays and seasons. And this would be really cute on that little 4-foot tree. Okay, so now once I have the garland all off, we're going to start on the bottom, because I want the ruffle to lay over itself. So what you can do is you're going to lay down the underlays first and then go over it. So you'll see. And we're just going to start on one side. I just happen to pick the right side. I don't know, maybe because I'm righty. Maybe because I just felt like it. So what I'm doing is I'm starting on the inside, and I'm actually just taking this ribbon has a wire edge. So I've taken and I've laid it over the first finger on the inside, and I've just wrapped the wire around it, and I've just started there, and then I'm going to take it to the right, and I'm going to loop it under the outside finger, and then loop it around the inside finger, and then around the outside finger. I'm not kidding. That's really just how easy this is. I honestly wish I was lying to you, because actually the hardest part is actually starting the second half. So I'll stay with you guys while we do that. But it is seriously that simple. It really is. The wire, when you start it, you just fold, grab over that first inside finger and then wrap the wire back behind it. We can glue it at the end when we're done. But then you're just going to catch on to all of these little fingers and you're going to weave it back and forth. And this is going to create this beautiful ruffle. And then when it's done, I've left about 1 to 2 inches over. You don't want to leave too much because there is exactly enough ribbon in this 9 feet of ribbon, 1 roll of ribbon to do this entire heart. But it's really that simple, honestly. I think this is the hardest part, like I said, is deciding where you want to start the second half. So let me try to zoom in here for you. So I've started by laying the end of the ribbon with the cut edge towards the inside of the wire over that first inside finger, and I've kind of laid it on top of that first loop. And then you're just going to continue back and forth. If you flip this over, it actually looks like we skipped almost 2 fingers on the inside because we don't need to double up the extra space. And then you're just going to repeat the same back and forth until you reach the very end. And like I said, it will be exactly the 9 feet of ribbon if you don't cut too much extra in the front, okay? And if the worst case scenario is if your ribbon is short, you can always just glue 2 ends together. We've done that lots of times, okay? And now when you've come to the very end, I've just overlapped the 2 ends in the front. And I'm just going to lay some hot glue down over so that they're glued overlapped each other. And then once that glue is settled and dry, then we're going to go ahead and tuck it in around the back. Okay? There was that little piece of tape I forgot to take off that was holding the ribbon onto the spool. Okay? And like I said, once it's cooled off, then we're just going to tuck the ends under one side at a time, and when we turn it over, we can glue them down. Just be careful. I'm going to use the tip of my scissor just because it's just a little bit of fabric. And I am gluing it to the plastic frame or gluing it to itself, whichever works for you. I'm actually doing a little bit of both. And I'm just going to glue one side and hold it down, and then when that's kind of settled, then I'll flip the other end over. Okay. Now, like I said, be careful, but there's a lot of tips and tricks you guys know besides using the tip of your scissor. I have a subscriber or a viewer, I really mean to say viewer. I have a viewer who uses the stems from Dollar Tree flowers. I have somebody who uses the Betty Crocker rubber spatulas, the 2-ended one. There are some hot fingers that they sell. I have a subscriber viewer who bought these like hot fingers that are actually made for a very similar type of thing. But they use those as well. So just there's lots of things out there, but I use whatever I can get my hands on at the time. Okay. And once I have that done, I flip it back over again. Now, there's lots of different ways to embellish this. You could go ahead and get flowers. You can go ahead and get pearls, beads, bling if you like into bling. Anything that you could think of, really. The Dollar Tree sells little glittery hearts that are like scatter hearts. That would be really cute. A brooch, a pin, if you had some piece of sentimental jewelry, that would be lovely hanging there as well. Now, you can very barely see the hole. That's why we're turning it over. And I've just taken a double length of jute to make a hanger. You can hang it by any means you feel that you want. If you want to add color to it at this point and you want to hang it with a colorful ribbon, you can. I'm just trying to keep it plain and simple. You don't actually even need something because you could access the hole. Like if you wanted to just hook it directly onto the hook on your door or the nail on your door, you can do that as well. This would also be really cute on a package. Would be really cute anywhere you've got little tiny places to hang. All right, and I've just turned it around so that the knot is hidden. All right, and now the only thing that I didn't do yet is the very, very beginning has a little piece of You can see it from the front, so I'm just gluing that into the back. When I flipped it over, I just saw that I could see the very end of the ribbon where I started. So I just want to go ahead and glue that down. If you feel like you want to glue each place where the ribbon wraps over that wire, those fingers, you can. Absolutely 100%. That's your prerogative. I don't find it necessary, but if you feel like you want to make this more secure, if it has to travel, or if it's going to be in the weather, or if it's going to be around kids, whatever you feel like you want to do. Now, as you can see, as I was working with it, some of the little loops got flattened and pushed inside, and it's very, very easily fixed. You just go ahead and fix all the loops. If you want to fluff the loops out, you can. You want to make them fatter, you can. All the things. But how we're going to embellish it is we're going to make a ribbon rose out of a piece of this ribbon that we just had laying around. Like I said, this wreath was 33.3 cents. The ribbon was just $1 worth of ribbon, so we're still only under $1.50. If we do use this piece of ribbon that's left over from a little spool of another spool that we had going on, excuse me, then it'll probably bump up the price a little bit, but still, this is a very inexpensive project. I'm going to pull the wires out. I've done this lots of times before, but pulling wire out of wire edge ribbon is very simple. All you do is pull back a piece of the fabric towards one of the cut ends, and you'll see it'll expose the wire. I like to wrap it around the tips of my scissor because it gives it a nice hard place to grip it. You might have no problems just using your fingertips or nails, but I don't have nails and I have neuropathy, so my fingertips aren't always great with grabbing that wire. And I do that for both of them. And now to make a ribbon rose, all I do is I start with making a tiny little like funnel in the middle. I don't know how else to describe it. But as I start to wrap around that little funnel, you fold the ribbon back onto itself. And this creates the petals. And you just do this periodically as you wrap it around the ribbon. You just go ahead and fold your ribbon down back over it as you wrap it around, and repeat until you have the ribbon rose that you like, okay, and the size that you like. I'm just making a medium-sized one, all right, and we're going to cut the bottom off. That's not necessary. That's just what we're going to do because I don't want a really big rose. I don't want a really deep rose. I don't really have a deep space. Now I'm just adding a little bit of hot glue to the very end to glue it down, using my scissor again, not to burn myself. And then I'm just going to take an added measure. Because I'm going to cut the bottom off, I've just taken some of the hot glue and I've stuck it down kind of between the petals so that the petals will stay together once I cut the bottom off. Normally the tension of the bottom on itself will hold, the tension of the petals around the middle will hold the rose together. But since we're cutting that off, we're going to lose that tension. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, and I just stuck the glue down into the different layers. All right, now I'm just going to take another length. I'm going to make leaves, so I want to just cut this twice as wide as I want the leaves to be long. Okay, and this is just an option. Of course, real leaves would look cute if you did this with the green wire edged mesh just to add a little bit of neutral color. This month's Country Living, his green is the new neutral. The new grayish, last year was grayish, now it's green. Who knew? But I'm just folding this in half, and I'm keeping the end together folded, and I'm just cutting out leaf shape. Rose, fold it in half and cut out one side, and you see it cuts out the leaf perfectly. Rose leaves tend to be really wide and then come in and do like a little kind of teardrop peak at the top. Okay. Now that the glue is cooled off, I've cut the bottom off of the rose and made a nice round bottom. Fill that with glue. Go ahead and put the leaves across, add some more glue to the leaves, and go ahead and put it in the middle of my heart. Now again, this is totally optional. This heart would be finished if you didn't want to add a ribbon rose. That's crooked. Let's fix that. Okay, so just turn it sideways so that the leaves go in both directions. There you go. Okay, this would also be cute with other types of burlap. So if I would have made like some of the natural burlap ribbon rose just to give a little variation in the color, that would be cute as well. But I wanted to just keep this plain and neutral for you guys. All right, and that's it. Once the glue is set, after you've done zhuzhing up your leaves or your petals or your ruffles, then go ahead and hang it on your door. So I hope you really did enjoy this tutorial. It was a lot of fun to do for you, so easy. I like that I was able to show it to you in real time so that you could see exactly how quick you can do it. And if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Share with friends and family, anybody you know might be interested in making these relatively inexpensive gifts. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe, and when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And as always, you take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.